Hello, this is Moon playing Subnautica again, and on this episode we are going to focus on um, home building ourselves a base. So, first things first, you need a couple supplies. You'll need some table coral, which let me show you how to get that. So I actually cut that for something else. So table coral is this stuff that's growing right here. It's usually found in the safe shallows. There's purple, there's red, there's green. I think there's yellow. Anyway, you just cut it, grab it, and it's pretty much how you get it. It grows mostly in the safe shallows. It's pretty easy to find. Alright, so everything else you know about. So we need our table coral, we need silver, and we need quartz because we need to make a computer chip, and then we'll also need a battery, and all of my batteries are empty, so we won't waste a fully charged one because it will automatically charge when you make something. So we are going to make the habitat builder. As you can see, it takes a computer chip and a battery. So batteries are going to be found in resources, electronics, to table coral, silver, or quartz. Then we will build this, and I have spent several hours gathering stuff and also finding a place to build the house, and I actually made another locker for house stuff which needs to go with us actually. So we will take that, let's put it away, and we will hop in our handy dandy sea moth. As you can see, I put a beacon there to show where our house is going to be. It's near Creepvine. I've actually built in this location before in previous games, and I like the location because it's near a heat vent, and it's also close to, the Creepvine biome and the grassy plateaus, so it's right on the edge. So, show you what I have amassed. First, there's my crap locker. It is full of glass. You really only need one glass to get started. And I have a pile of quartz and an even deeper pit of titanium. I had to hide my copper, gold, and silver because there are stalkers nearby. I had them in that tube and they stole them. I've also been farming stalker teeth because I found a really easy way to do it. So, yeah, all my precious metals and my extra air tank, which is a bastard steel 2, are hidden from them, so they don't. It's harder for them to get it. If they really wanted to go in there, they could. So I'm going to put my house on here, and the reason I like this area is because it's got these nice little pillars here which get you close to the surface, and we're pretty far away from the ship. But also, if I stand on top of the other pillar, then I can see something in the distance. I don't know if y'all can see it. So it's a good place. Easy to, nice easy landmarks, ship, mysterious object, escape pod, glitched out floating piece of wreckage. So, anyhow, first things first, before I start doing anything else, I'm going to clear the acid mushrooms off the top of this because they will go away. And I will also clear off this. When you build, it'll pretty much erase any resources that are immediately near it. So it pays to just go ahead and move them. Oops, I did not mean to drop that. That's actually, I need that. And I'll go ahead and drop these as well. So, we are going to need lots of titanium, which I have in a pit over here. then we will need some glass, so we'll get the piece of glass out of the crap locker. Where is the crap locker? Oh.
10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Go ahead and clear these off as well. So yeah, when you pick your site, it's very important that you pick a site that has access to important things. Creepvine is really important in this game, so you definitely want to be fairly close to the creepvine, but you also gotta watch out because stalkers will steal your shit. So first things first, with the habitat builder, I am going to select a foundation, and I am going to actually build on top. And the reason I like to do this is because I like to, eventually, there's farming. I like to farm on top. So I'm going to build a couple more platforms, and once I get those finished, I will be right back. Alrighty, so the sun went down while I was building my platform, so I went ahead and waited for it to come back up. And you can see I have 9 platforms. It doesn't have to be 9. I like to put these platforms up because it's more convenient. It's less frustrating than swimming. It's faster than swimming, and you can get away from stalkers. So I'm looking in the water to get my bearings because I want to figure out. I want to build towards the creepvine. So of course, there's creepvine on more than one side. I have to remind myself I want to build towards this creepvine. So first things first, I'll pull out my habitat builder, which does consume battery now. And I'm going to put a multi-purpose room right here on the edge. There is a bit of a glitch when it comes to building above, or when a building is partially sticking out of the water. You see how the water is glitching up over the platform? It will do that inside your house too, and it's kind of annoying. So just be aware that that is a thing that can happen. Let's build a corridor right here, and off of that corridor I am going to build a X corridor. All these things take titanium. As you can see, I have an inventory full of titanium. The glass is for something special, though, and I will show you that right now. Oh, we're getting an eclipse. Rather attractive. It's pretty cool looking, isn't it? Anyhow, I'm going to build an entrance hatch right here. It doesn't have to be right there. You can put it on any side. You can also put it on the undersides here. It's like right where you see that square. You can put it right there. You can put it on top, which I am actually going to go ahead and grab another piece of glass just so I can do that. Didn't mean to erase that. So when I go in this house, I've not powered it, so you'll notice that it says power 0. So that is something to keep in mind. I'm not actually losing oxygen, and my guess is that that's because it's above the surface. But if your base doesn't have power, it's not making air. Let's see, this puts me right up on top here. So, you know, the easiest way to circumvent that is to build the easiest and earliest power source, which are solar panels, especially since I'm on the surface and I'm going to get lots and lots of sun. Solar panels take 2 titanium and 2 quartz. Guess we'll put them right here. If you right click while you have the habitat builder, you click on power, you'll see that there are solar panels. And I think this is the finished model for solar panels. So you construct that, and it'll immediately start. You'll see it tell us.
Welcome aboard. Power restored. All primary systems online.
And you see it starts slowly charging up. So I'm going to build a whole bunch more of those, and I will be right back. In fact, I'm going to build a little bit more onto the house as well, and then I'll show you what I did. So I will be right back. Okay. So I went ahead and I built 6 solar panels. They're not really realistically spaced, but they don't interfere with each other, so you know, game mechanics. And I've also added some rooms to this, because before this plus was all that was here, and of course the hatch that led outside. So now I've got a room on either side, and I need to take care of something that's kind of important, really important. I like to put it right in the entrance so it's convenient. I am going to build a fabricator in this base. That way I don't have to go all the way back to the escape pod, which likes to drift off over the edge of the map if you don't really watch it. So now, if that happens, it's not the end of the world. I have one here. The other thing I wanted to do was, another eclipse today, really? Is I'm going to build a vertical connector right here. And actually, I don't like that being there. I wanted it deeper. It'll have to do. So I'm going to build a couple of vertical connectors here, mostly because I don't really want to disturb that wildlife. That's where my stalker tooth farm is, and I'll show you that later because it's hilarious. But yeah, so we'll just do it this way. So we have another plus here so we can build out at a later point. So you can definitely build down, and I'll show you. Let me see. I just watched fish rain from the sky. I hope I'm not the only one who saw that. But now, with this plus, which is where the top of the connector is, we can add a ladder. And click down. And then we'll go to the next plus. And when I finally build another plus at the bottom, I'll have another ladder going down. Right now, that's not an option. And of course, it sounds like we surfaced, because as you can see, there's that dreadful water bug glitch thing. You can see that the water, it looks like the base is full of water. And that's why I like to build my bases either completely below water, or the layer that's above water is completely above water. That way I don't have to deal with it, because it does kind of drive me nuts. Alright, well, it's night again. I'm going to keep working on the house, and I will be back when I have more interesting stuff to add. So I'll be right back. Something that doesn't really matter if you're on the surface, but if you're below water, I really do like those supports, but I'm about to put a foundation down here. And the reason I'm going to put a foundation down is you have to manage pressure, otherwise your base will be damaged. So now you see my hull strength is 23.0. So the foundation helps, fortifying your base helps. But every time you add something to your base, like a window or a door or another room, it is going to decrease the strength value of your base. So that's bad. If it gets below 0, it will rupture, and you'll have to use the welder to fix it. First, you have to
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
First, you have to make it stronger, so it's positive balance. Because if it's negative, that's bad. It'll just keep breaking. And then you would have to go inside and repair it, because it will fill with water. Even the parts above land will fill up with water. Kind of weird. So we have that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And I'm actually out of batteries, so I wonder what it's going to take to make a battery charger. We'll look at appliances. We need 2 titanium glass, copper wire, and computer chip. So I'm going to get that done so I can get some more batteries, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I have my everything I need. I think I'm going to put the battery charger right in the entrance so it's nice and accessible as soon as I come in. I'm just trying to figure out. I think I'm going to put it there. See, it's very cool. Watch my power. It's at 295. I'm going to click that over, and at the moment it doesn't look like it drains your base's power, so that may be something they're going to change in the near future. I'm not really sure if that's what they're going to do or not. I know I have a bunch of empty batteries, I just don't remember. Did I put them in the noms bucket? No. And well, we'll find the empty batteries. They're around. I know they're around. I put them somewhere. And I can always make more. Though it's kind of expensive in copper. But, you can hear it going. And the next thing I'm going to show you how to make is I'm going to show you how to make a locker. It's under appliances. Takes 2 quartz, and 2 titanium and a quartz, and then you can store things in it. So you don't. So, and you can. I'm actually going to fill this entire room up with lockers. So I will be right back. I'm gonna build some stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna fill the entire room with lockers just yet. I'm definitely gonna have a glass tube going off into the creep vine, just so I can observe. Because it's pretty neat and I like it, and I like to watch the stalkers, but I'm not quite ready for that yet. So I'm gonna keep building, and I will be right back. Okay, I've made some changes to the house. Let's go check them out. I have this here. It's just going to be a rather ambitious project. It's going to take a lot of quartz because I'm going to make those all windows or fortified along this side, since it's going to be facing the house and nobody wants to look at that. Also, I wanted to mention, because I did add a bioreactor, these eggs, it's a creature egg, and they are everywhere, can be used to power bioreactors.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And my bioreactor is right here. As you can see, it is currently running. And it is full of these eggs. So we will actually go back down. I will show you the other thing I had been working on, which is alien containment. And these tanks take 4 glass, 1 titanium, and of course you can put a hatch. That's 2 glass, the 2 titanium and 1 glass. And what I like is you can stack them on top of each other, and they just go up and up and up, and that's that water glitch, which actually allows me to get air in here. But if you look, you can actually see through to the next level, even though this is glass. So that room's probably going to be an office type thing. But you see I have fish in here. Funny story, if you see all the air sacs and the peepers that I put in here, there's also Reginald's. I only put 2 of each of those in there, and they breed, so this is a very sustainable way to get fish. I mean, they are respawning outside now, but still, it's a very good, sustainable way to get fish. Inside the alien containment at the bottom, there is a place where you can put either 16 small plants or 4 big plants, or a combination of the 2. And I am also going to put this egg in here, and we will see what it does later. But, yeah, there's that, and then let's see if there's anything else out there that, oops, I appear to have been underneath. Let's see what else is available for me to show y'all around here. Oh yeah. I have my pile of crap. I've got wreckage. I've got salt. I've got a nice little hole here. I did add, I had the 9 squares, and now I've added 5 more. I have a nice little hole for my sea moth to poke up through. I had to move my building this one for some reason deconstructed some of my solar panels, so I had to build some more. But the other thing I did was you can make cured fish with salt and fish. They do drain water, so because I have that nice little breeding tank in there, I have cured peepers and lots of water for long trips. Inside, I built a health pack generator that's 5 quartz and 5 titanium, and I've also got these lockers filled in. You see I've got them labeled with what's in them because I have a little bit of OCD. I haven't labeled those yet. That's quartz, that's glass. I don't think there's anything in glass right now. No, I used it all. Acid shrooms, well, you get the point. Crash powder, teeth, table coral. So, it makes it more convenient than having everything in a big pile outside, which is how it was, or having everything just shoved in lockers and have to check 10 different lockers. Over here, of course, we have our alien containment, which is rather, I don't remember how many stories high it is, but you can see them swimming down there until they go out of, the distance you can see. And then here, I have my modification station, which I don't have any diamonds yet, so I can't really make a hardened blade, but I can make a thermoblade. I'm going to do that. Those cook your fish if you slash them, they cook them. And then I also made myself a high capacity tank. It says I can make another one because I have another O2 tank in my inventory, which is why my oxygen is 135. But I've already made one. They are heavy. They make you swim slower, so I'm not going to do that. And I made myself swim charge fins, which will charge up my stuff as I swim. I haven't made a propulsion cannon yet. So there's that. That's pretty cool. As you can see, I have my high capacity tank, and I have my swim charge fins. And I have my auxiliary tank just to give myself a little bit of extra air. Here I have a bunch of wreckage salvage, which I probably should move outside, but I'm kind of concerned about stalkers pulling my stuff through the floor. They've been known to do that, so that's there. I'm actually going to put this titanium in there. And how are my batteries? My batteries are all full. The other thing I learned is that in previous updates, leaving your sea moth on with its lights on did not drain the battery or the power cell. It does now. So, and of course my idiot self left the lights on. And how much battery do I have? Oh, that's not too bad. It was fully charged, so I've only lost 4. I mean, this was several days I left it on while I went and got the house worked on. But anyhow, that's the house, and I will be adding to it later. Like, I'm going to be putting a moon pool right over here. I'll probably have to deconstruct that, and I think that's where my bioreactor is. That was a good job there, Moon. But we'll figure that out. We will burn that bridge after we cross it. And I guess I will see you all next time. And next time we will probably be going to the ship to deal with that radiation problem. So, see you next time.